What is good YouTube? Game 888 here with a deck profile of my Pendulum Rumgomniant combo. I haven't posted the combo video yet, I'm gonna try and do that tomorrow, but for now the deck profile. It's a bit easier to do since I have 3 or 4 kind of combos to do this, so I have to show them all I think, and I'm gonna do it in a couple of videos, so I wanted to do the deck profile first. So yeah. For the deck, it seems kind of big. It's 50 cards, and the goal is to summon the number 86 Rumgomniant with 6 materials. There are like 2 combos where you get it with 5, and then like 2 or 3 combos where you get it with 6. But it's really easy to get out, and if you get it with 6, you just instant win there. If you get it with 5, you win like every duel where they don't set 5 back row, so yeah. For the main deck, the reason we can play this is because of this card. Dragodes, the Empowered Warrior. The thing is, to make Rumgomniant, you need warriors, and there are some warrior type Pendulum monsters which are actually pretty great. But the thing is that you don't want to lose consistency to get your starter cards. So I went looking and I had a couple of options in the normal Pendulum Flash Knight, summoning it with Unexpected Die, which is a turbo card. But the thing is that it conflicts a little bit with Darkworm and the Abyss Acta, because they all need to have a clear field to be activated. But with these Dragodes, that doesn't happen. Like, you have this, the field spell Empowerment, and this can even be used like multiple times a turn. So if you have multiple cards of these, so like if you open up with 2, you can use both to get like 2 of these out, which is really crazy. The card isn't once per turn. It's like a little bit older, I guess, but yeah, I mean, it's really great and it works. It also has another counterpart, like a dark one, but that one is scale 7. The effect is lackluster because special summons face down, and I like this a little bit better because if it's destroyed by the opponent, at least you get a search in the end phase, and this searches warrior or spellcasters, so you can actually search the chronograph from this even, because it's a spellcaster with 2000 or less attack. But yeah, that's crazy, and it's a scale 2, so it's perfect for your combo if you need it in your scale. So yeah, triple Dragodes, the card actually works really good in the deck, which is surprising, but it's really good. Triple chronograph. Pendulum decks don't start and end with this now. I mean, it's crazy. One time gazer, sometimes it's a brick, but that hardly ever happens. It's 1 card in 50, so yeah. For the rest of the magicians, I play a little, like, smallest lineup you can imagine, like 2 purple poisons and 1 black fang, 1 harmonizing, and 1 oath. I don't want to brick with these. If you have too many with this, you can't get the combo off. You really want searchers, you want starters. The magician lineup is only great for Pendulum Call, and that's why you run like 4 different ones and you go from there, so yeah. Part for the magicians, I'm running 1 rescue hamster. I'm testing it out in this deck, and in this deck it might actually go up to 2 or 3 even, because it's just that good in this build. Like, if you don't have had your normal summon yet, this card can instantly get you into your Rumgomniant if you just send one of the warriors to the extra deck, which is crazy on its own in this deck. But yeah, like, 1 is pretty standard right now in Pendulum, so the 1 it is for now. So yeah. For searchers, we have triple Bumbuku. Not playing the cat because I really don't like the cat. It's only a search in the end phase, which doesn't help you at all. It's an additional brick, and I just like triple Bumbuku better. Triple Darkworm, 00. I like the ratio. I'm playing 50 with Desires, so I think you should run 2 of the good bricks. Run triple Kepler. If you have this, it's a +3, which is bonkers. I don't think that people who saw Thrift Gaming like playing with 60 card Pendulum, they know how good this is, and I use it as well in my Zexal build and other things, but like +3, you can't negate that. The DD Savant Thomas, you need it after the gates, so you have to plus even more. Magical Abductor, the card is in this build even more important than in any other Pendulum build, because if you want to get 6 materials on your Heroic Challenger Rumgomnian, you actually need to have either a Chronograph or a Bumbuku in your hand before you Pendulum summon, because you need to get that Bumbuku on the field to search another Bumbuku just so you can have an additional material. Like if you Pendulum summon, there isn't really another way to get out a third level 3 to work things out. So the Abductor is really necessary in this build. You need to get to that Bumbuku as fast as possible. And having like the Chronograph, it just allows you to send the Bumbuku with your Electromite and recycle that because you already have the Chronograph. But yeah, the Bumbuku is just way too important in this build. I might have to look into other level 3 engines with Pendulum. I might have to add like a level 3 empowered monster if there is any, but like at this moment this is working really fine. The 3 Abductor is just there to make it more consistent, and it really helps out. For engines, the triple Cerberus, double Jackal King, I still like it. It's an additional summon. It gets you your fodder that you need, so it's really great. Triple Abyss Acta Curtain Raiser, again, it's another turbo card. When you play 50 and you have 16 cards to start off your plays, it's great. So yeah, that's actually it for the monsters. It's a lot, I know, but I mean, in Pendulum you don't care. You can run like 50 monsters and it's still great. For spells, triple empowerment. As I said, this card isn't once per turn, a hard once per turn at least. It's once per turn for the card, and that's actually pretty great because it's also a field spell. Sure, you have to pay a cost to activate it, like discard a card, but that doesn't matter at all. You're just gonna pop this from Electromite to get another plus anyway, so you're going break even anyway with this card. It's just amazing. Double Shrine, the Foolish, cards are important, so yeah. And then the final starter card, the 1/1 to get to the Kepler. It's another way to special summon monster, and that's actually pretty neat. So yeah. Double Pen Call, I found 3 being too much. Opening with 2 is just so bricky. 2 is enough to run, and at the moment I don't think I need 3, although the card is just busted as hell, so yeah, I might change it up to 3 again in future. It's just testing purposes, I guess. Double Dark Contract with the Gate, another search card. You need it at 2, I think, because if you open this instead of the Kepler, if you have the second gate, you still go +3, so yeah. And then the final card is Triple Desires. In a 50 card build, I really like Desires, and in this, since you're playing the Empowered, they are light, so it's extra light target, so Allure doesn't do that much. And yeah, Triple Desire is just better at that point, so yeah. That's it for the spells, that's it for the main deck, 50 cards. Actually working out pretty well, so yeah. For the extra deck, the one Rumgomnian, it's the thing that makes your combo going. The way you make it most of the times with 2 or 3 of your warrior, the Dragois, the Empowered Warrior. And then you also make this, the number 75 Bamboozling Gossip Shadow with multiple Bumbukus and a Time Gazer Magician. And then you use this card's effect, which puts itself underneath the Heroic Champion with all its materials, and you'll have 6. So yeah, which is actually pretty awesome and ugly. So yeah, these are 2 only exceeds in the deck. All the rest are link monsters you just want to get off as fast as possible. Triple Electromite, needed for the combo. Sometimes you actually get it already with 1 Electromite. If you have the pieces, you have the pieces. Like, just get to your warriors at least 1, and like the Bumbuku special summon to the field already, so and then you have it. So yeah, sometimes 1 is enough, 3 is standard to get to the combo if needed. 1 Zephyr Metaltron in case hand traps happen and you have to go into this with 2 Electromites instead of 3. Then you go into Zephyr Melodron because it offers the most link arrows downwards, which is actually pretty neat. Then normally you go into 3 Electromites and then you use the 2 bottom ones to go into Firewall. But in this build you don't need the Firewall effect and you don't even have a chance to use it. So you don't have to go into Firewall, and I often opt to go into the Gumbler Dragon. Because in the combo you don't special summon from your hand after the Pendulum summon anymore. So the cards in your hand are actually dead. Most of the time it's like a Kepler and maybe a Shrine or a Gate, some stupid stuff that you haven't been able to use, and they're kind of stuck in your hand. So if you summon this instead of the Firewall in the middle, and then you Pendulum summon, you can discard those 2 random cards, ditch 2 cards from your opponent, and they have to start with 2 less cards in their opening hand. And they still don't know what you're going to do. So then you make the Rumgomnians and with 6 materials, and they're like, oh shit, and you win from there. So yeah, why not? I do still run the Firewall, just in case you need the cards in your hand, like it's a empowerment. Like if you still have the empowerment in your hand with another card to ditch, it's often better to still go into the Firewall, because the discard effect of Gambler is mandatory. And if you special summon, you'll have to discard one of the cards in your hand, and if you don't want to do that, then Firewall is better. So Firewall's still in here. If you don't have it, you can just as well run Proxy Dragon. I mean, just two markers at sideways. Doesn't work with the Nightmares because you're going to make it with 2 Electromites and they're the same name. But Firewall's fine, so why not? 1 Repro Docus. Sometimes, if you can't get to multiple of your warriors, it happens if you brick. You hardly brick, but sometimes you do. You're only going to summon 1 warrior, and then you summon anything else, like a Dark Worm or a Magician, in a zone underneath the Extra Monster zone. And then with the Electromite and the Gumbler Dragon or the Firewall, you'll make this. And then you can make that other monster into a warrior, so you can still overlay into your Rumgomnian. So yeah, this is needed. Everything else that's in the extra deck is actually not needed for the combo at all. But it are extras that you can run, so why not? Running the Nightmare Mermaid for the Nightmare package, the Goblin, the Phoenix, and the Unicorn. If you ever see an option to like trigger Firewall with like these for a couple of times, you can certainly go for it. I mean, if you get off the combo because you run these, it could be even like more awesome, like normal summoning another level 3 with the Goblin, linking it away for Mermaid, getting another special summon. Could be like the 2 summons you need to get the combo off, so it's definitely something that can happen. And the Phoenix and the Unicorn are just standard outs to cards, so you run them. Running the Ningirsu, I think it's an excellent out for Goki boards. Doesn't target, it doesn't destroy. And if you have the triple Electromite, you can use a double Electromite down to summon this, and then you have an instant out. So yeah, Ningirsu is pretty viable in here. And then the final card is Boral Sword, just the OTK. It's a mandatory card these days, I think. That's it for deck profile. Combo is coming out. I really hope you guys are already going to try things out. The deck is pretty fun to play. I like Zexal more at the moment, but this could very well be a secondary option for those that don't want to run Zexal. So yeah, that's it for deck profile. See you guys later. Ciao!